Donald Trump pledges to unban Biden's sweeping offshore and gas drilling prohibition. Chris Crane here, Augusta Free Press. Now, Donald Trump is also the guy who wants to change the name of the Gulf of Mexico. But last week, he told a fake news radio host that he will unban President Biden's sweeping offshore drilling prohibition. He told Hugh Hewitt, who is among the MAGA movement's many media lapdogs, I have the right to unban it immediately. No, he actually can't. More on that in a sec, though. There was a certain level of political genius to the move from Biden, who last week announced a ban on new drilling along 625 million acres of U.S. coastlines, encompassing the east and west coast, the northern Bering Sea in Alaska, and the Gulf of Mexico. That's the one that Trump wants to change the name of to the Gulf of America. Why not Gulf of Trump while we're at it? On that note, anyway. Um, but he so Trump wants to unban this, but it doesn't look like he can. Back in his first term, he moved to reinstate drilling in areas that President Obama had blocked off during Obama's term. A judge ruled, though, in 2019 that the Outer Continental Shelf Lands Act gives presidents the right to block drilling in certain areas, but not to reinstate it. Now, certainly, Congress could vote to pass legislation that would, counter that Outer Continental Shelf Lands Act. We'll see if they can do that. But in the meantime, Trump can't do what he says he could do. Um, this is what he told Hugh Hewitt, though. When I see somebody saying he's going to ban 625 million acres, he doesn't know what that is. He doesn't even know what 625 million acres would look like. We can't let that happen to our country. It looks like the entire East Coast, the entire West Coast, the coastline of the Gulf of Mexico, and the coastline of the Northern Bering Sea. I think we all know what that looks like. That's pretty much everything, right? Um, This also angered fossil fuel people, obviously. The lead spokesperson for fossil fuels, there could be such a person appointed, Mike Summers, who's the president and CEO of the American Petroleum Institute. He's pushing Congress, controlled by slim majorities by Republicans, to make reversing the politically motivated action of Biden a top priority. This is a quote from Summers. American voters sent a clear message in support of domestic energy development. No, they didn't. And yet the current administration is using its final days in office to cement a record of doing everything possible to restrict it. Congress and the incoming administration should fully leverage the nation's vast offshore resources as a critical source of affordable energy, government revenue, and stability around the world. Blah, blah, blah. Basically, to the fossil fuel folks, it's about the economy. But to Biden, in a statement issued by the White House, the move reflects the reality that, quote, we do not need to choose between protecting the environment and growing our economy or between keeping our ocean healthy, our coastlines resilient, and the food they produce secure and keeping energy prices low. Those are false choices, Biden said. Protecting America's coast and ocean is the right thing to do, and it will help communities and the economy flourish for generations to come. We did get a joint statement from Virginia's two U.S. senators, both Democrats, Tim Kaine and Mark Warner. We've heard from Virginians in Hampton Roads and on the Eastern Shore who have expressed concerns about the risk of offshore drilling on their communities. This action is critical to protecting Virginia's coastal waters from pollution and potential oil spills and supporting the region's economy, which relies heavily on commercial and recreational fishing, aquaculture, tourism, and the Port of Virginia. We'll continue to advocate for Virginia's coastal communities to ensure they continue to thrive.